Discovering My Personal Brand, Mansur Hasib.
During the last 40 years, we have seen a steady decline in job security, benefits, profit sharing, bargaining power, healthcare, and overall prosperity. Contest chair, Toastmasters, and guests. I thought deeply about this after the shock of my first layoff in 2010. After a year-long struggle, my new job took me back 15 years in compensation. I was shaken to the core. The rearview mirror of my life looked like the house of mirrors at Ripley's Believe It or Not. But just like the house of mirrors, I knew it was not real. With my training in Toastmasters, I spoke at conferences, wrote for journals, completed a doctoral program, published books, taught people, gave media interviews, and grew my global connections to 5,000. I had no idea what this was leading to. Then something remarkable happened in 2017. Maryland hosted a People's Choice Award in cybersecurity, strictly decided by global voting. Yes, it was the American Idols for cybersecurity. 19 companies and 4 individuals were in the finals. The companies were gigantic global brands and household names. They had millions of customers, billion-dollar budgets, and access to TV and newspaper ads. Me? Zero. And a name people stumbled to pronounce. It seemed unfair that little me had to compete against these massive global brands. Just like a Toastmaster, I focused on my actions. I campaigned. As the votes came in, we were puzzled. I was leading by a wide margin, and the lead kept growing. People asked, how can an individual with a funny name get so many votes? Nevertheless, I was the underdog, and everybody cheered me on. My global network supported me with a passion I had never seen before. People solicited their networks to vote. People I did not know voted simply because their friends asked them to. Professors, students, colleagues all over the world campaigned through blogs, stories, articles, phone calls, email, and social media. Many got their family members and friends to vote and then excitedly told me how many votes they got. My niece threatened to unfriend people if they did not vote for me. She got me 70 votes. My network of 5,000 people became more powerful with this amazing multiplier effect. I observed that people do not have a strong emotional attachment to company brands anymore. People bond with people. It is very hard to get your friends, relatives, or your children to vote for a nameless, faceless company, even if you work for that company. I taught then what I learned about personal branding to others. Then, my mentees started to win awards and become famous. They received unsolicited job offers. And I recognized that the power of personal branding is the key to reclaiming our power over our destiny. But then I wondered, did I win because of my personal brand or the organization I was with? To test this, I entered the contest again in 2020. this time with no organization next to my name. I ran away with the wind against 15 companies and 5 individuals. So I learned that you can be the greatest person on earth at something. But if no one knows about your greatness is wasted. Other people's perception of your greatness is more important than the greatness itself. And personal branding gives you that power to shape that perception. And you see, perception is a feeling of value. And the higher the perceived value of your services, people want to pay more for your services. And at Toastmasters, we learn to be leaders. Well, personal brand is going to make you the most valuable leader in your field. Your greatness is already inside you. You were already born unique, a supply of one. And we all know supply, low supply, higher price. The key is you do not need to be perfect. You need to perfect your uniqueness. You need to dare to show your unique greatness to the world. People aren't looking for perfection. Remember the woman or somebody with a mole, and they actually call it a beauty spot. Life is like that. People want our authentic self, and that's what we should always strive to portray to the world. And if we do that, all of you can claim back your power to determine your destiny. Thank you very much.